Awesome. So thank you for joining us today. So it's a very big family here today. It feels absolutely warm in my heart to see all of you here today in this workshop. Right. So again, Junia and me are hosting this every day from Monday to Friday. Right. It's 5:30 India time, 7 p.m. Thailand time, 8 p.m. Philippine times, and 9 p.m. Korea time. So every day we talk about different topics. Today we talk about absolute start and how to kickstart this whole Atomy business. Right now, for those of you who are here and have done Atomy for a while, right, what this means for you is that you could use this information to actually start a new member, right? So you need to think about how you can start new members up so that they have their first good steps and have a very, very good start in this Atomy business, right? And for those of you who just started out within Atomy, right? So let's use this information to also understand how we can get started in this Atomy business, right? But always remember that when you bring people in that want to build the business, the Atomy business under your network, right? Then it's really, really important for you to help them get started the right way as well, right? So throughout this week, so this May, from Monday on, we started sort of this whole session that we are trying to cover everything that we've talked about in the last 10 weeks, 11 weeks. And cramped it up into a 1-month session so that for those of you who have just joined us in the past 10 weeks, you will learn everything as well. And for us leaders who are here as well, we revise it, we memorize it, right? And then we make it habitual, right? And then we train it and we teach it and educate other people to follow this system, and so that they can duplicate and your system will duplicate and your business duplicates, right? So this is very important. So that's why getting started is very, very important to understand, right? And also understand that on Tuesday, we were talking about customer journey, right? And an Atomy journey, when people join the Atomy business, then there are certain things that they journey through, right? So they walk through each step by step, right? So obviously they don't get to Imperial Master or earn 50 million PV right away, right? But they start off nice and easy. Some people go on it like 100%, 1000% with full energy, right? It depends on the person. Now, as for us leaders, we need to understand that journey is individualized, it's customized to everybody, right? Our journey that we experienced for Atomy is a story that we can share for all the other people. We need to understand that other people will have their own journeys, right? So keep that in mind. All right, so today's topic that I want to talk about is firstly, how do we benefit from the Atomy system the most possible way, right? And this is part of this getting started process. If we understand all the benefits that are available to us, all the resources that are available to us, right? If we have this toolbox under our belt or in our box, right? Then we can go out and build the business easier and faster because we have the tools in our minds, right? So whenever you have a scenario where you go out and build your business and you discover certain challenges that we might have talked about in this session, then you go, we talked about this, Miss Junia talked about this, our sponsors talked about this, and then you can use this to solve the challenges that you're facing on an everyday scenario, right? So keep that in mind. So how do we benefit from the Atomy system? Then today's topic is also about how to shop online. And specifically, I want to show you a website walkthrough, what's available everywhere and the shopping space, especially the Korean one, because it's very, very large with amazing, amazing products, right? Super awesome. So those are the two things that I want to talk about today. And today I also will be moving out between this place and my computer as well, because I would want to be talking about, I want to show you more about the website, and to do it on the screen, it's a bit difficult. But all right, let's start. So I wanted to tell you about my study. So when I started with network marketing, there's this guy called Rohn, right? That is very, very big in this network marketing circle. So Rohn is a personal development speaker, right? A motivational speaker as well. And he was a lot in the direct sales in the network marketing industry, right? And sadly, he already passed away. He's been teaching for so many years, right? But there's so much value in his wisdom. And I highly encourage you to watch his videos. There are a lot of speeches about him, with him, right? Teaching about how to live life, how to build a business, how to build your network marketing business, right? And actually, he has this 30 to 60 minute audio file that is about network marketing, and I'm not sure what it's exactly called, but just search Jim Rohn network marketing, and you will find that audio file. And it's free. It's it's not free, but you can find it on YouTube. All right. So in that audio, and Jim Rohn says, and there's this quote that I want to share with you. Jim Rohn says, "Don't wish for things to be different, but wish for you to be better." Right? Don't wish for things surrounding you to be different. Wish for yourself to be better. Now, the reason why I shared this quote with you, because today I feel like Atomy is like a school, right? And everything in our lives is sort of like a school where we learn from, where we have challenges that we have to overcome. We have this conflict and challenge that we need to think about, and this we need to think about. And the thing is, we are presented with challenges and opportunities all the time, right? It depends on how you view those challenges, right? So either a challenge could be something that really stresses you out, or a challenge could be something that is probably an opportunity disguised as a challenge, right?
Mr.
So
B, you have to give the Hindi interpreters chance. Mr.
I
Baban.
didn't know that there was a Hindi interpreter here today.
Yes,
Sorry.
we have Mr. Baban as an interpreter. Yes, I'm sorry, I didn't get to tell you. Okay, Mr. Baban, would you like to turn on your video so I can help you to interpret in Hindi?
I don't think he's.
Brother Sunil, is there Mr. Sidhu here? Okay, Ma'am Lim was asking about the Hindi, so I just wanted to.
Yeah, there was no one prepared for.
Oh, Mr. Sidhu is not. Okay, I'll continue. It's okay. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, we don't have a Hindi interpreter prepared today. But we will have in the future. So for next week's session, if you bring your Hindi leaders in, we will definitely have an Hindi interpreter. So if you're here and you have difficulties understanding me, right, just let me know to speak slower, or we will summarize a little bit afterwards, maybe, right? So you can benefit the most from these sessions as well. All right. So now I forgot where I was. 1 second. So Jim Rohn said, "Don't wish for things to be different, wish for you to be better," right? The reason why I want to share this quote is that we have a lot of challenges around us, obstacles around us that we need to overcome, right? And the thing is, when we think of ourselves and the challenges that are out there, to most of us, these challenges might be problems that are stressful, right? But then if we have a better mindset, better philosophy, better understanding of life, and understand the challenge from a 360 degree, then we can look at those challenges opportunities, right? So don't wish for things to be different, because things in your life are there for a reason. I believe that there is no real coincidence, right? Things have been placed for some reason in a certain way. But if we wish constantly for things to be different, it means that we are not really ready to accept what life gave to us, right? But if we wish for ourselves to be better, so that it wouldn't matter what happens on the outer part in our lives, right? Challenge, opportunity. Challenge can be easily solved. Challenge, I just need to read a book about that and I can solve that, right? So we should have this mindset when we want to overcome things. Now, just briefly, when I went to school when I was younger, right? I wasn't really well in school. Really, I did really well until 7th grade, 8th grade, right? But then my grades dropped. And the thing is, I didn't really have that much interest back then when I was younger to study in high school too much. I was very engaged in all other studies. I learned guitar. Actually, when I was 15, I learned how to computer code, build a whole computer by myself, right? But when it came about school, the school itself, I wasn't really that much interested in it. But then very early on, I realized that through that, that anything in this world could be acquired by learning and knowledge, right? So when we have the knowledge, when we learn more about things, right, then we can acquire that knowledge to make more out of the things that are around us, right? So back then when I was 15, right, I didn't know how to fix a computer. My parents just bought us our first computer. I was sharing it with my dad, right? And then back in the days, I don't know if you remember the blue screen of death, right? Suddenly the whole computer turns blue, right? And then my dad would be really angry at me because he always thought that I messed up with the computer and the computer broke down, right? And over time, I just thought to myself, okay, let me just learn how to fix the computer, right? So that my dad wouldn't always blame me for breaking the computer, right? So, and after a while, my dad actually always called me to fix the computer. Like he would ask me, hey, B, you know how to do this, how to fix this. He was so trustful and happy that I was so knowledgeable about computers, right? And he always would ask me if there was anything wrong with the computer or anything. So, and when it came to the business world, like I also learned many things as well. And what I want to basically say is that everything around life is basically a school for us, right? And this is where I want to get into Atomy. Atomy is also a school for us, right? So when we start a new project, regardless of Atomy, when we start a new business, go into a new career, a new project, or you go get a new certificate, right? You study a new degree, right? Everything is new and there's changes happening in life. And when you just started out with Atomy, right, it is also very big change for life. I believe that most of your sponsors, if you're new, right, they're bombarding you with a lot of information because they're very excited to share everything with you. And they want you to know as much as you can about this business, right? So don't shy away when you get bombarded with a lot of information, right? Just be open with it, right? And think about it as an opportunity, because what they share with you is what they really think is important at that moment for your sponsors, right? So accept that as well. And as well, there's so many things to learn as well. So Atomy is really a school. And what a school is that anybody can join a school. So of course, there are those Ivy League schools, right? But generally speaking, anybody can join a school, that can go study something and go study somewhere, right? So it's open for anyone. So Atomy is also open for anyone. So right now, this year, Atomy is open in 18 countries, right? And many more countries to open this year, for another countries to open this year, including UK and Germany, right? And 4 this year, another 4 this next year. But on top of it, Atomy is opening up to many more countries through its global sourcing, global sales system to sell and distribute all the products anywhere in the world, right? So Atomy will be like the Amazon of Korea, or the Alibaba of Korea in a way, right? But with such more high quality. So keep that in mind. So Atomy is a school, and in a school, regardless if it's a high school, primary school, university, right, you will learn things, right? Or even when you attend a new company and they have like a training system, an onboarding system, right, for you to get started to work in that company, right? That is a school as well. And even when you work in a company past that training point, throughout your career within your company, you will learn so much, and you basically move up the ranks, right? If you do work right, if you do your career right, you join as an internship, right? And then you move up to executive, a low-level executive, and then maybe a manager, and then a head, a VP, later on director, and then chief executive officer, right? So depending on how you plan out your journey in your career, right? So Atomy is a school as well. And in Atomy, we need to advance our skills. So if you're very new to Atomy, right, then this is like very new to you, right? But absolutely welcome and happy for you to be here, right? But when you join in, you will advance your skills. And every day when you're exposed to Atomy material, you study this video, you join this workshop, you join our Zoom meeting, right? You learn new ideas, new thinking, new philosophies, new strategies, new tactics every single time you join these sessions. Right? So it's very important to join this success system that Atomy has created for all of us, right? So briefly telling you, so the success system in Atomy is the one-day seminar, right, which is run on a weekly basis in every single country, right? And the Success Academy, which is run on a monthly basis in every single country. On top of it, Atomy Korea also has this, I forgot the name, the global seminar as well in English, right? I think it's like Atomy Global World Seminar, and it is in English for everybody around the world to join. So these events are an absolute must, even though maybe some of you would think, they just talk about the same thing all the time, right? So the thing is, that's the difference between amateurs and professionals. Like professionals, they know it's the same thing all the time, but they listen for those 1%, 2%, 3% that is in there for this one single idea that will probably catapult them to the next step or to the next stage in their life, right? So this is what you will want to be looking for when you join these seminars on a frequent basis. Even in our session, so if you've joined our session for a while now, we've been talking about a couple of these topics for a while, right? So, but for us leaders, we want to also apply these topics to other people, right? Apart from that one new idea that we are looking for each every day, right? We've also want to figure out more how can we apply this and teach it to other people, so that firstly we give value to other people, and we are the educators in a school, right? So we become the educators, we become the teachers, and we share it with other people when they join the Atomy system, or when they become interested to do this business, or even when they want to use the products and just consume the products, right? So we then become the teachers, right? So we start from as a student of Atomy, right? Along the way, we move up, right? It's not that we have to study for 12 years and then we can teach, right? But we can study, teach, study, teach, study, teach at the same time. And the best thing about teaching, like studying and teaching, is that when you learn things and you teach at the same time, firstly, your mindset is completely different, because when you learn these things, you think about not just how you can use it for yourself, but how you can use this information for other people so that they can benefit from it, right? So it's a complete different mind shift when you start to put yourself into education shoes, right? And become an educator, right? And within Atomy, I believe that the people who become the successful fastest are the ones that are the best educators, the best storytellers, the best people movers, right? The people who basically influence and challenges people and have them take the next step, right? So that's really the deal. So Atomy is a school. So any background is welcome. You can advance your skills. And the last part on Atomy is a school is that Atomy will be here as long as you're willing. So Atomy has been planning like this 100-year journey for this corporation to, like, take over the world, away, right? But take over the world with absolute quality and absolute price, so that everybody has access to these products, right? But then they will be here. So Atomy is not going anywhere. So what makes the difference then between Atomy and all of us, right? So we have a choice to do the Atomy business every single day. So tomorrow, when all of us wake up, right, we have the choice to recruit, do the Atomy business, or do something else, right? So Atomy will be there. It's just up to us and our choices that we make to either do the Atomy business, to learn more about Atomy, to figure out how to grow the ranks in Atomy, how to earn more money in Atomy, right? And all the information is there. It's just a matter of how much effort and time you actually put in it, right? And then the results that come out of it, right? So this is the principle. All right. So so the three things that we generally do in Atomy, are these three. So yesterday, on Tuesday, I was talking about customer journey and how a person goes from like not knowing Atomy, right, to knowing what Atomy is, to purchasing a product, to falling in love with the product, to changing the whole shopping behavior to purchase from Atomy, right? Once they do that, they start referring people. Once they do that, they start to earn the general commission. Once they see money coming in from the system, then they become a partner, right? So this is the usual customer journey that happens within Atomy, right? So today, we want to talk about the customer journey, revisit a little bit more in depth, right? But just before that, there's three simple points that we generally do in Atomy, right? So as a summary, if anybody would ask you, so what do you guys do in Atomy, right? So would be these three things, right? So the first thing we do in Atomy is that we recommend products to consumers using word of mouth communication, right? So we recommend products to consumers using word of mouth communication. Now, word of mouth communication is the easiest and the fastest and the most viral way of communication, especially in the year of 2021, right, in the digital age, right? When you use word of mouth, when you share information to others, then that, yeah, then that is the educational way, right? So when you do that, you educate others, you share the information about the products, about business to others. This is the very first thing that we do. The second thing that we do is once we start sharing Then we want to grow and expand our network, right? That's the second thing that we want to do. We want to grow and expand our network of other members, like doing the same thing that we do, right? So what do? We purchase Atomy products, we use them, we attend the seminars, we join Zoom meetings, right? And then we want to grow and expand our network and find people who basically start to duplicate our behavior, our habits, right? The things that we do. And in order for them to do us, we will talk about it more, right? But we need to grow and expand that. So the third thing that we need to do in Atomy is we need to improve the productivity of that network, right? So when you bring people in, right, when they simply just join, like you ask them, hey, you want to join Atomy business? They say yes, right? But then you never talk to them afterwards, right? Then there's no productivity from that particular member, right? So what you want to do in Atomy is that you want to improve the productivity of the network by running these meetings, by inviting them to the one-day seminar, by inviting them to the Success Academy. You run your own meetings, you invite them to other people's meetings, right? So whatever meeting you have, when you keep them engaged and they're more active and they learn, right, and they advance their skills, right, and they get the first few members, they get the first commissions, right, and they even like rank advance to sales master, right, then they improve the productivity, right? So three things we generally do in Atomy, right? Firstly, we recommend products to others using word of mouth advertising, right? Second, we grow and expand our network of people who actually duplicate our actions, right? And the third thing, we improve the productivity of that network, right? So when the productivity improves, they become more active, right? And then like your sales will start to roll in, you'll rank advance, you will help other people to rank advance as well, and would be absolutely beautiful business. All right. So the next few points under the benefits of Atomy, I will shortly move into the slides, but when you join the Atomy business for very first time, or when you want to explain the Atomy business to somebody else, right? There are usually four easy categories that we need to remember, right? So the four categories I will cover in the slides in just a second. But I want to show you briefly a slide that I find really, really important, right? And I think it's a slide that you can use as a one slider, right, to explain things to others. So I'll briefly show you the slide, and we will move to the screens to the next topic. So 1 second. All right, so again, so Atomy is a company that distributes daily necessities through the system of network marketing and multi-level marketing. Right, so here a list of benefits that is, you can quickly write them down. You can take a screenshot of this slide, right? And you can freely use this, no worries. Right, but here are key items that I find very, very important in explaining the Atomy business to others. So, and also for those of you who just came new here, right, it would also be important for you to understand them, so you understand all the tools that you have available to you. All right. So the very first thing on this list is an online distribution system, and we covered this on yesterday's session, right? Atomy is a distribution store. It sells e-commerce products online, from beauty products, healthcare products, household products, food products, right? So many products on the store. So it is an online distribution system, right? And even global online distribution system. So yesterday we covered global sourcing, global sales, right? And that's the most important part, and that whole distribution system. So second part is daily necessities. So the things you can buy inside of Atomy are things you truly need on a daily basis, right? So there are a lot of products on the Korean side as well. Some of them you might not need on a daily basis, right? But many of these products you require on a daily basis, starting from the toothbrush, the toothpaste, the shampoo, the detergents, right? We just had Atomy noodles, the potato noodles as well, right? Absolutely delicious, right? So absolutely love it. So yesterday we also covered absolute quality and absolute price, right? So you need to understand absolute quality and absolute price, a very, very key important point. Oh, and also remember that Atomy goes for absolute quality first, right? And then goes for absolute price second. That's why they say quality first. And that's why quality comes first in this tagline, and also price second, right? Always remember that. So you have members who say, Atomy products are too expensive. Then you can ask, expensive in comparison to what, right? And when they tell you what it is, then you can talk about quality in that sense. All right, so Atomy is a global business system, right? Now here's a quick update. So with China coming into the picture, it's not a one server system anymore, right? But it's still a global business system. So there's used to be a terminology in Atomy called global one server, right? So with China in the picture, this terminology, it has been changed, right? But it's still a global business system, right? So the next point, fair compensation plan. So once you join the Atomy business, right, you have access to this business system. And this business system that you have access to has been thought of like by President Park and Gill like multiple times. And he even ran like test studies and case studies and everything, right? So the whole compensation plan is absolutely fair and has never been changed since Atomy has opened since 2009, right? So no financial investment commitment again. So when you join the Atomy system, like you haven't paid anything for the membership, right? I hope you didn't pay anything. If you did pay, let us know, right? But joining the Atomy system is completely free. You join the system, you can build a business, you can recommend business. You have access to absolute quality, absolute price products. You have access to all the Atomy resources and so much training material and education material. It's unbelievable. So you have access to all of that, and that doesn't cost anything. You don't need to commit yourself on a monthly basis where the companies force you to purchase products on a monthly basis, right? You just buy what you need, right? So whatever you need in your house, if let's say something went out in your house, just buy what you need, right? And that's the consumption you have within the Atomy system. So then you get a residual income system, right? So there's a fair compensation plan, but the income system is also residual. What this also means for you is that not only will you get money for the rest of your life once you reach certain ranks within Atomy, right? But that money, that income, you can inherit for up to 3 generations. So your children and your grandchildren will benefit from them. Now, this is also a very, very interesting point for some of the elderly people who are still willing to work, right? An Atomy business doesn't really require much energy to work. It just requires passion, right? But for the elderly, sometimes they actually join Atomy because their pension ran out. Now their money ran out, the investments went downhill, right? So they're actually joining Atomy business to build a business again, and they intend to work for the next 5 to 10 years, right, to build this Atomy business up, so that for them, for the rest of their life, they can live a comfortable life. But they also see that the children aren't doing well in this new economy as well. So they want to build this business so that the children who are sometimes like 25, 30 years old and couldn't really find a job, fresh out of college, right? They want to build a business for them so that they can live a comfortable life and their children can live a comfortable life, right? So if I were a granddad, right, I would totally do the Atomy business so that my grandchildren can benefit from this income, right? That would be really, really exciting. Not a granddad yet, but maybe, granddad takes some time. All right, so online business, online personal business growth trainings, right? So in Atomy, we have tons of business tools and business trainings available to us, right? So you have access to all of that. And also in Atomy, we have this thing called Atomy Channel as well, where you are able to actually learn and study from all the great leaders within Atomy. All right, let me switch back to my computer for 1 second. And I want to show you the website and the resources, the important resources within Atomy that you definitely should not miss. Give me a second. Everything is yeah, are you there? Okay, Yunia seems not to be there. No worries.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, it's all right. Okay, so I'm back on my computer. So I want to show you a little bit about the website where you can find resources, go through a couple of information that you need. right? And then we can go from there. So 1 second, let me switch it around. Awesome.
All right, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
I hear myself twice. 1 second. Okay, but you guys can hear me, so that's fine. I can hear myself double, right? So it's double B for me. All right, so we are in the Atomy is a company that distributes daily necessities through a system of network marketing, right? So I want to show you the website briefly. Let me switch to the website. All right, awesome. So you guys can still hear me, right?
I hear an echo.
Hear an echo? Ah, it's my phone. Okay, awesome. Do you still hear an echo?
No.
Okay, then it's good to go. All right, so we are on the globalatomy.com website right now. So you will see the website right here. So when you go to atomy.com, you will basically see this website. This also happens when you go to the mobile version of the site, then you will see this as well, right? So if you are on your mobile, then it might be a bit small for your screen. I'll try to adjust the screen sizes along the way so that you can benefit from this as well. All right, so we have a lot of information here. So let's switch to English for 1 second. Awesome. So when you're on the website, there's a lot of information here. So when you are new on the website, then it's also for new members, it might be a little bit overwhelming what you can find because there are two versions of the website. So for example, if you're from Korea, then you go to atomy.kr, then the website looks something like this. I'm from Thailand. If I go to the Atomy Thai website, it would look something like this, right? But there's a global Atomy website that has just been created in the last year, I believe, very, very shortly, just a few, and they update it on a frequent basis. So on this global Atomy website, you can find all the information you need for your business. Like if you're looking for presentations or information, product knowledge, you want to learn more about sponsors, or you want to learn more about who is what and who does what, right? So everything is in here. So just as a brief overview, if you're here for the very first time, if you've never went to the Atomy website before, right? So you have About Atomy, which is all about the company. If you want to know overview about Atomy, you go here. Corporate philosophy contains all the philosophy within Atomy, right? So if you want to learn more about baby philosophy or the principles or the culture about Atomy, right? You can find everything in here. If you want to learn more about President Park and Gill, and I highly encourage you to do that, to learn more about the master, the Mongsang, our President Park and Gill within Atomy, right? So you learn from here, you can see his information from here as well. And I highly, highly encourage you to read more information about President Park and Gill and watch his seminars as well, right? Because I think the Atomy seminars are the seminars that really made me excited to join the Atomy business. The President Park and Gill seminars are the ones that made me really, really excited to join the Atomy business. And whenever I actually watch a video from President Park and Gill, I feel like he's giving so much wisdom and knowledge in in all of his presentations, like very, very valuable. All right, so we have About Atomy. Here's the Atomy Park, which is one of the headquarters in Atomy, right? So if you want to know how the Atomy Park looks like. There's a virtual tour as well. I believe on the Atomy channel is also some videos about the Atomy Park, and you can see, oh, there's a new video. I've not seen this video before, so I'll watch this after this session. Oh wow, they have new content in here as well. That's awesome. So yeah, like I said, so they're updating this like very, very frequently. So I highly encourage you to check it out. Again, this is in English. This is available in multiple languages. So if you have members from anywhere in the world, right, Atomy will add more and more languages to it as well, right? So no worries about that. If you want to know the history about Atomy, you can find it here. And here's an interesting story, not story, but an interesting section I want to note. And that is the award section. So if you ever wonder what kind of awards Atomy has received in the past 11, 12 years, right, then this is the section you want to go through. So when you go to About Us and History and go all the way down to History, right, you'll see the history here, and then you see this tab here called Awards, and it's a little bit hidden. Some people don't know about it, but when you come here, you'll see all the awesome awards that Atomy has won, right? So here they've updated this again. You have the Best 100 2019 Pinup Design Awards, another Pinup Design Award, another Web Award, right? And like there are also many of Presidential Commendation Award. So all the awards in here. So they have specific awards for specific things. And if you need or want to, like there are some people in this world, they want to know about this, right? So you can use this to find all that information in here as well. Awesome. So here are the awards. So this is the About Atomy section. If you want to know global regions, you can go here. You can find which countries Atomy is open. You can find the address, which email, who to contact, which phone number to contact, right? Let's say you're from Philippines and you have a member in the UK, right? Then you go here, then you go to Europe. There is no UK in here yet, but there will be. So once this opens up, the UK contact information will be in here as well. But nevertheless, let's say you are from India and you have a friend from Mexico, right? And you need to contact the Mexico headquarters, then you can do that from here as well. Very easy to do, right? So you have access to all of this. So this is all about Atomy. So in products, you'll be able to read more about the product philosophy, right? What's behind it, how it happened, right? Of course, it's not a fully detailed product presentation like Miss Unia does for us, right? Because Miss Unia's presentations are awesome, right? But here you can find a little overview about how things work, which products there are, right? And under product philosophies, there's product story, and there's specific like Hemohim, the famed skincare, and Absolute Cell Active Skincare are the main 3 products within Atomy. So you can find all this information here as well. You can read more about the stories behind what's happening, how it got invented and such, right? You can find all of this information here. So here's an interesting slide, which I recommend you to use for your business as well. And this is absolute quality slide, absolute quality, absolute price slide that you can show, right? Which is specifically to Hemohim. So as most of us know, Hemohim is right now this box on the right side. So this is how Hemohim looks today, right? This is how Hemohim looks today. But when Hemohim started out, President Parker Gill was only able to get Hemohim with 30 packets, right? And over time, President Parker Gill and the creator of Hemohim and Carrie and Colmar, they worked together to create and offer more value, more quality for the same price, right? Remember, same price, very important. So this box and this box were sold at the same price 10 years ago. So this box 10 years ago was sold at around $100, right? And this box 10 years later is still sold for $100, right? This is absolute quality, absolute price that you really, really need to understand and like explain to new members. All right, so here you can find all the product stories. If you're interested more in the skincare system, so there's a story about the famed skincare system, more about the Absolute Cell Active Skincare. And then we have the GSGS strategy, which I want to briefly show here as well, because here you can find all the awesome GSGS products. Right, so you can see from Global USA, we have the vitamin B complex, the probiotics, organic black chia seed, the Himalayan pink salt, organic oatmeal. So all of these products are coming from the States, right? So you can go to each country and see which country like provides which different product that is part of this GSGS strategy, right? So very, very important for you to understand. Right, so this is the whole product section. Here under sustainability, I believe this is something that I encourage you to read through yourself, right? So I'm not going to go deeply into it, but Atomy is very, very heavily involved in building schools, building communities, helping people, right? And donating a lot of money. So even in each country that Atomy, I'm not talking even about Korea, right? Atomy in each country is doing so much for the community. Even in Thailand, I remember when they had one of these ceremonies, right? Because Thailand was part of the Korean War. I don't really know the 100% backstory, but Atomy Thailand actually donated to the Thai military. Again, I don't know the full story, but it's just something I remember from attending these seminars. All right, so this is sustainability, and I encourage you to read it by yourself and study, especially the CCM thing, which is also new. I haven't seen this yet, so it's something new on the website again. So here's what is CCM. If you want to learn more about why CCM is important, right? Some people like highly value the certificate, right? Then you can read through this as well. Awesome. So let's go to business opportunity. So in here, we can find some resources that we need for our business, right? So here you can find information about Success Academy, one-day seminar, all the regional seminars around the world, right? But here, again, under business opportunity, I want to take note of this resource box, right? And if you're here, I want to pay attention to this. It's really important because when I found this out, it's like, oh, awesome, right? And like, because all the informations are here. So if you're here, right, and you dozed off a little bit, like I want to pay attention right now because here you can find all the information that you need. So here you have Channel Atomy. So if I click on Channel Atomy, so I go to the Channel Atomy, which is all the videos, all the training videos that are available. And here's a little trick. If you want to go to the Global Atomy, if you go all the way down, you can select the languages, right? And they have one section called Global Atomy, right? If you go to Global Atomy, it's like this multi-international section of the site that includes all the languages in one page, right? So this is important when you like approach somebody who maybe speaks different languages, right? So here you can look for all the languages, right? And it's prepared for the global audience, right? So if you're not in the local area, or if you don't specifically send a certain video to somebody, I would send them to the Global Atomy first, right? And then they will find their own videos later on, right? But the Global Atomy one is the one that I would highly recommend to go to. Right, then we have the Atomy Mobile App, right? So if you haven't had a chance to use the Atomy Mobile App yet, highly encourage you to do. You can also get, like on the mobile app, you can log in, you can view your downline, you can do multiple things from the Atomy Mobile App as well. Now, the other app that I highly recommend you to install as well is the Atomy Ticket app, because through the Atomy Ticket app, Atomy announces all the one-day seminars and the Success Academy, right? So if you're in a local area and you want to know when the next Success Academy is, then you go to this Atomy Ticket app and you'll see the schedule and the date for the next session, for the next one-day seminar or the next Success Academy, right? So maybe I'll be able to show you the apps as well, right? So let me actually install these on my computer quickly. All right, so the last one on this particular part is the Good Morning Atomy. Now, I never really got to enjoy Good Morning Atomy as of yet. Actually, I did, but it is in Korean language, right? So every morning, Atomy has this session for all of us so that we can learn more about Atomy. All right, so I have the Atomy app installed. So let me show the Atomy app just briefly. It's on its way. 1 second. Awesome. So here it is. So let me Let me switch the direction. Awesome. Let me make it bigger for you guys. Awesome. Right, I hope you guys can read this. So if you're on the mobile, you're seeing a mobile screen on a computer screen, right? So again, so when you open the app, right, you can see Atomy from here as well. On the top left, you can see about Atomy. So you have the almost the same information that you have on the global side, right? So you can have access to all of these, right? You have the support section to make sure where you need. So now here's a very important detail for the app itself, right? For the app itself, you need to take note of this little icon over here, right? If you take note of this little icon over here, let me see if I can draw on the screen. Yoo-hoo. So this little icon, okay, that was a bit too excessive. I'm very excited for some reason. I didn't know why. Okay, so this little icon over
Yoo-hoo.
here, so this gear icon, this little icon over here. So remember, this becomes very important when you start to recruit international members and when they start to use the mobile app, right? One second. All right. So when you click on this, you see here region and language. So I hope you can see this on the screen. So there's region. So it's selected as USA. And when you click on this right side, you'll see all the languages, all the locations that Atomy is open in, right? So from here, let's say you're from Philippines. When you switch to Philippines, then it will ask you something and you have to restart the app again. But when you reopen the app, then it's back in Philippine language and for the Philippine location. Now, because there are a lot of people from India here today, let me switch this to India, right? Then it closes up. Here's some of my games, don't worry about it. But here's Atomy. So when you reopen the app, then now it becomes the Indian. So everything in here is basically part of the Indian version. So once I log in, I don't have the login for here right now, right? But keep this in mind. So when you recruit members internationally, let's say, and you are from Korea, you open your app in Korean language, right? When you recruit somebody from India, they would probably want the app in the Indian version, right? So here's the place that you want to do it. So very important point, keep that in mind. It will become very, very valuable when you build your international business internationally. Okay, the other thing I briefly want to show you is the ticket app. So let me find the ticket app briefly. So here's the ticket app. One second, the app is asking me for a lot of permissions. So here's the Atomy ticket app, right? So again, when you recruit internationally, it's also very important to know where all these, what time and where these like or one-day seminars and success academies are. Right? So when you're here, you can, second, right? So when you're here, you will see the dates for the Success Academy and the one-day seminar, right? So here we have it on US right now. So the next US Online Success Academy is on the 22nd Saturday, right? So if you're from the US, so this is a little reminder. Let's switch to another country. So again, here's the gear sign. When you click here, you'll have the region. Now let me switch, let's say, to India, right? We have a lot of members from India here today. I click save. It will ask me to restart the app. Now here's Atomy Ticket India. So we have Atomy Ticket India. So I believe Atomy India just had their Success Academy and everything. So they don't have any upcoming dates for this, right? So these are the two apps that I highly encourage you to install and use. And the thing is with the app is that when you actually help somebody install the app, right? Remember the app will be forever on their phone until they delete it, right? So even if it's a member who maybe is new to Atomy, help them install the app right away, help them log in into the app so that whenever they need access to the information, they can just open the app and they have access to it right away. Right, so the last piece on here, the business opportunity I want to share is the Atomy catalog over here. Right, so again, if you dozed off, right, another important section on this resources section, right? So keep this in mind, note this down. I want you to, because when I found this, I was so amazed by it because nobody really shared this with me before. So I figured this out yourself. So the very first thing here is the Atomy company introduction magazine or profile. Now, let me see if they've updated this to 2021, and they did, right? Atomy is so awesome, right? So I think just, I mean, it's been a couple of months already, but I was looking for this 2021 version for a while. Super happy that they updated this. Right, so you have the Atomy magazine. So the company introduction here, very important. So when you introduce new members to Atomy, right, and you want to send them something to read, sending them to the website is very good, right? But also remember, the website is a little bit distraction. It's a distraction as well, because if they're on the web, they can just enter any other web address as well, right? And they will go to Facebook or Instagram or any other website. So when you send them the catalog or the magazine, let's say through chat or email or something, then when they open it, they're not distracted by anything else. So they can actually sit down and read it comfortably from wherever they are. So I'm still downloading the 2021 profile, but here you see the magazine. There are many editions from it. So if you want to learn more, you want something to read about Atomy, so you can download these magazines. Most of them are in Korean and English combined, so there's both languages in it, right? Some of them are just Korean, some of them are in English, right? But most of them are both Korean and English. So if you are worried if it's all in Korean, right, it's not. So we have this Atomians section as well, the Atomy product catalog, the offline catalog you can download, and the product guide. This is a leaflet guide. It's not a complete product guide. Just keep that in mind. So you have access to this. So I'm still downloading that Atomy profile, right? But no worries. So let me show you the other key important session. So again, if you've dozed off, come back to the session, right? This is very, very important. So this members guide is in business opportunity and members guide. If you go there, there's this membership area. And if you click on this, and I'll put the link into the comment box. If you click on this, 1 second, my chat box disappeared. Right, so if you click on this, then you have access to the members guide. Now, on the members guide, the story is this. So again, it's in multiple languages, right? But when you want to sign up a new member and you're confused to what to do, then you need to come to this members guide, because there's everything in here that is needed for you to sign up a new member, right? Am I still here for you guys? Something happened.
I heard something, but I can still hear you.
Okay, awesome. So here's the members guide. So you see a couple of information, like Atomy currently has 12.4 worldwide members. This is not including China, right? So China has a couple of other millions, like I think 6-7 million more. So there's the global Atomy membership distribution map, so where all the offices are. So, and here's the first checkpoint. Now, if you have a member from any other location apart from the 18 countries that Atomy is currently open at, right, then you want to click here. And over here, you can sign up any member globally, right? So here you can select the region. Let's say I have a friend in Germany, right? And Germany is not open yet. So I can register them from there. They will ask you if I have a sponsor ID or not. If they don't have a sponsor ID, make sure you give them the sponsor ID, right? But if you don't have a sponsor ID, then it will automatically go to the back office or the headquarters, right? So again, so checkpoint 1, if your member or if your consumer is in any of the countries that is not within the 18 countries, but within these 55 regions, then you register from here. Any other case, you would register from here. And here you basically, if you want to sign up a member from Thailand, for example, then you need to go to the Thailand website to register that person. If you want to sign up a member from America, then you need to sign up that person on the American website. So keep that in mind. So if you want to do global recruitment, global sign up, right? So whenever you have a member from anywhere in those 18 countries, you need to go to the local website to sign them up. All right. So when you signed up for Atomy membership, depending on where you are and what nationality you are, you need to actually submit a verification, because remember, Atomy is a business. This is not just a playground, right? So all is legal, all is truthfully, and you need to submit your legal papers in order for you to get the payment, or like get payments, legal payments from the Atomy business, right? Now, there's also consumer level registration, and a consumer level registration, they don't need to submit papers, right? So there are sometimes some consumers, they don't want to give their personal ID out or their passport out, right? Because that's secure detail, right? So you can then ask them to just register as a consumer, because that doesn't require much verification options. Right, so here again, global verification guide. So depending on where your members are, you can just sign them up and use this information for any of your purpose. So again, here, if you want to know the exact requirements, the legal ages of each country, right? So Japan is, for example, 20 years and older, Canada is 18 years and older, Taiwan is 20 years and older, right? And for some countries, there's also specific limitations or requirements. I think there was something, was it Korea? Like in some countries, government officials can't register, right? Or if they have a certain level of governmental status, right, then they're not allowed to
Public
register.
servants
But for most
cannot.
of the countries,
Public servants cannot join,
yeah,
such as police, government, and then so technical parliament, and then all those government organizations. If they are actually registered as a government servant, then civil servant or government servant, they will not be able to join Atomy in Korea. But it applies in some countries as well, so I'm not sure. But I think in India, you cannot join as a government person too, I think. Yes.
Yeah. So just keep that in mind. There's some types of people, very limited, narrow, public servants or government people that can't join because of some legal limitations in the local countries, right? But for most of us, like for most of the global world, anybody can join. So here you can see the information that is required for any of these areas. So again, if you just doze off, right? So keep this in mind. I posted the link in the comment section, right? A very, very important resource for your business, right? So whenever you want to sign somebody up, you can actually send this memory guide to them. They can read through it and they can follow the steps in order to sign up, right? So
actually,
no matter where you
Miss
are, right?
Judy?
We have the
Can I ask Miss Judy to say that in Hindi so people actually understand at least this part?
Yeah.
Miss Judy.
Miss Judy, are you there?
Or Mr. Baban, can you just quickly explain that for joining a new member, this part is very important. And when they want to join a new member, it will be good to actually use this link to know what to do, because they have different languages for them. Can you explain this, Mr. Baban or Miss Judy? Would it be okay if you explain in Hindi one? Okay, Miss Shuti wants to help. Okay, Miss Shuti. Okay, I think I am kind of howling. I hear my voice twice. Okay, let me unmute Miss Shuti. I think she was automatically muted. Where's Miss Shuti? Miss Shuti, can you raise hand? Okay, Mr. Baban, could you kindly explain this? Or Mr. Hari, would you be able to explain that it is important to know this website in terms of joining, Atomy joining for the beginners who are joining? It will be good to see this Atomy Global Member Guide, which is in different languages. Can somebody please interpret in Hindi for me? I will ask to unmute those who can.
Yeah, Miss Dunia, do you want me to tell them that the link that has been given in the chat?
Yes, Ms. Shuti, thank you. Today we have Mr. Sidhu, but he didn't come today. So thank you, Ms. Shuti. Yay, let's give a big round of applause. Yay.
Okay, so Do you want me to tell them that the link in the chat will help them to get members registered on the Atomy website?
Yes, and also there are different languages, and they can also utilize the language of their own choice.
Okay. ओके तो मिस यूनिया ये बोलना चाहती हैं कि जो यहाँ पे जूम के जो एप्लीकेशन है उसके अगर आप चैट बॉक्स में जाओगे तो वहाँ पे उन्होंने एक लिंक भेजा हुआ है। अगर आप वो लिंक पे क्लिक करेंगे तो आपको एक वो लिंक है, उसी पे ही आप मेंबर्स को रजिस्टर कर सकते हैं। सपोज अगर आपको न्यू मेंबर्स को ऐड करना है, अपने लिंक पे जाइए जो चैट में दिया हुआ है। मिस्टर बी ने एक लिंक भेजा है, आप उस पर क्लिक कीजिए, आप उस पर रजिस्टर कर सकते हैं मेंबर्स को। ऑल्सो आप क्या कर सकते हैं कि उसका लैंग्वेज भी चेंज कर सकते हैं। ज़रूरी अगर आपको लग रहा है कि इंग्लिश में आपको हिंदी में आप लैंग्वेज चेंज कर सकते हैं एटमी की वेबसाइट पे जाके। और वो लिंक है वो बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट है, बहुत ज़रूरी है। वो ज़रूरी है आपको मेंबर्स रजिस्टर करने के लिए।
Oh, yay!
Yeah, Miss Mia, it's done.
Shruti, I love you.
Thank you so much. That's awesome.
Yeah, I hope they really
Shruti,
I hope they
I'm
understood.
going to personally train you with Mr. B. We will personally train you, and then you will be our interpreter for a Hindi session. Miss Shruti, you are in a very good hands. Okay,
Thank
let's
you.
give a big round of applause to Miss Shruti. Yay!
Thank you.
Yay!
That's awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome. So yeah, again, when you need info, like all Atomy is super prepared. Like the company is absolutely awesome. All the information you need is there, but you just need to know where to find it, and that's where we come in. So we want to show you where to find all this information. So this is really like when they launched this particular tool has been so helpful for us, right? Whenever we want to send information to others, this is the thing. All right. So we've been on the Atomy website, right? So we've been in the business opportunity section. So every single section has more information. So I highly encourage you to browse through this, right? So again, earlier I showed you the business opportunity section where you can download the company introduction, right? So it just finished downloading. Here it is. So this is the newest company introduction that Atomy has released. So you have access to this as well. If you want to learn more about Atomy, here's the Atomy model, right? So actually also my background as well. Interesting. Next, corporate philosophy, the management philosophy. So everything is in here. So if you need access to this, you can find it on the site. So again, you can download it from here. So the English version, just press English and more, and you can download it. So when you have members who want to download it, you can download it from here as well. Now, there's a little tip, a little trick you can do is, remember back in those days when you were giving out flyers and they had those stickers on them, right, with the contact information. There's a tool online where you can actually run this PDF and then you can attach your phone number or your name to it as well, right? So it works in a similar way. So back in those days where they had flyers and you have to attach the stickers on them, right? So you don't have to do it anymore, you do it digitally now, right? And I don't know if I have some an example, but you can do that to market your business as well. So there are very awesome tools available here for you. All right, so this has been the session here for today. Yeah, I wanted to actually show you how to shop, right? But I believe all of you are very heavy shoppers already, right? But I just wanted to show you the Atomy Korean shopping mall because they just launched very amazing products, right? So if you have the chance to order any of these products, I highly suggest you. So Atomy just launched a couple, like Atomy Korea just launched a couple of promotions, package promotions, and this healthy kit, where is it? This one. This one contains Hemohim, the red ginseng, Korean red ginseng, the probiotics, and the vitamin C together, right? So if you have a chance, even if you're local countries, I highly encourage you to order this, right? But this package comes together. I think it comes with more PV or it's less price. I'm not sure, but it's 150,000 PV. So if you get to recommend that to others, then that would be a great deal as well. And Miss Lim, Yunya, and me, we are also arranging like product orders as well. So just let us know if you want to have access to any of these. But there's because it's COVID and a lot of people asked like in Zoom meetings and like in the sessions, like what do you recommend as a COVID cure, right? So remember, there's no cure for COVID, right? There's only a vaccine for COVID, which we don't know if it's actually working. But when people ask you that, so what products does help with COVID, right? Always direct the attention to increasing immune system, increasing health, right? Increasing the wellness of the body, right? If the body is in a good state, right, then the body can deal with all the bacteria and viruses that are living around us, right? And so we can have a better life, right? So that's very, very awesome. I see Yunya very happy about Shruti.
Yes, I'm very, very happy. No, because we had a lot of interpreters here, and then yeah, it wasn't consistent, and then I really wanted to personally help for that person to grow. At the same time, we can help that person to also interpret, to learn more and know more. And Shruti, Shruti is very dear to my heart, even though we're brother line. Shruti is a very, very, very lovely lady, and I'm very happy Miss Shruti helped. Thank you.
Thank you.
사랑해요. And Shruti, amazing, amazing. I just want to say that all of you, Miss Shruti will be our future interpreter, and she will be an excellent one. And watch for it. Thank you, thank you, Miss Shruti. And I know her through
That's
Manlim.
awesome.
Yes,
Thank
Manlim
you.
is the one who connected me. Thank you, Manlim. Yay. Okay. Back to you, Mr. B.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Very happy. Very happy. Yeah, it's again like if you ever wanted to know, Yunya and me, we actually started as interpreters in Atomy, right? I was in Thailand 4 years ago, and I mean we attended the academy, Success Academy, one-day seminar and such. But then we got invited to become interpreters. I'm actually not sure if Miss Lim was part of that, but we got invited and we learned. She was, right? So yeah, thank you so much, Miss Lim, for inviting me to become an interpreter at Atomy Thailand, right? And it gave me, like, it gave Yunya and me so much opportunity to learn about Atomy. Especially, I mean, Yunya was interpreting from Korea to English, so it was in Thailand. So everybody speaks Thai in Thailand.
Can I
Most of
quickly
them speak
share
Thai,
about
right?
this?
But okay.
Okay. So how it works is that Atomy will have a seminar, and we'll have Imperial Master, Crown Master, Royal Masters who will come to Thailand, and then also headquarter invite all the royal leaders called Imperial Masters to the seminar, and then I would have to interpret from CEO Park Han-gil, Dr. Lee, and Imperial Master Lee Deok-gu or Kim Sung-il, all these Imperial Masters. When they speak, I am the one who is responsible to interpret the language simultaneously, and then all the other languages, Korea and Thai, Chinese, and all the other languages will listen to my voice, and they will interpret to all the other languages. So my responsibility was really big. So whenever CEO Park Han-gil speaks or anyone speaks, I have to really listen carefully, watch their video 100 times before I interpret, so that I know exactly what they're talking about. And then I can carry the message so they can be on different languages. And I did that for a few years. I mean, we did that every Success Academy, and then we were able to learn so much.
I think for like a full year straight, we did that literally every single Success Academy.
And we got really close to the headquarters.
Yeah, we got really close to headquarters. So yeah, we had that opportunity, so it was a lot of fun. So yeah, what I meant to say also was that if you have a chance to come to these Zoom meetings and interpret for others, right? So if you're part of a team that requires interpretation, like I highly encourage you to take that opportunity, because you get to learn so much, especially if you get to tag along these sponsors that have so much knowledge and information about Atomy, right? Whenever you hang around with them, you'll get to pick up so much information. And like sometimes I really wish that I studied Korean 10 years ago, so that by now I would be fluent in Korean.
I know what you mean. Okay, Mr. B,
Nobody's
next
laughing
year,
with me.
Mr. B will learn Korean, and next year he will do a speech in Korean. Yay!
Yay! Oh, wait, what? No,
Yes.
that's awesome. I definitely learn Korean so that I can, yeah, one day I'll be on the Korean stage with Mam Lim and Imperial Master Lim in the future, right? And then probably President Park and Gill as well, hopefully. That would be awesome. But that's what we hope for all of you as well. So for all of you, we really hope that you find value in this, Atomy family, right? It's absolutely awesome. If you get to spend time more with Atomy and like everybody in Atomy, you really get to see how loving this family is, right? And I mean, of course, there like in any community, there was people that do good and do bad, right? So there are some people that do bad as well. But the majority of the people who are in Atomy and stay in Atomy are usually the ones that like have survived the challenges, right? And they're super amazing people. So every single person that I've met in Atomy so far, like absolutely amazing family. So I highly encourage you guys to like get to know people. Like if you're part of the team, ask your sponsors, introduce me to the sponsors, right? I want to get to know more people. I want to make more friends in Atomy, right? Brother line, sister line, doesn't matter, right? Let me just get to know people and learn more from them. Like how we do here today in this workshop as well, so that you guys, like most of you, like you're not our upline or downline, right? So most of you are our brother lines, sister lines, and like this is absolutely amazing, so that for people in different lines to come in and share the stories. And this is the principle of Atomy as well, like the principle of sharing, the principle of growing together, right? Which side is it? Serving in humility, right? There's the pink yoga ball behind my back, right? But that's what it is. It's super exciting, super awesome to be part of this family. So today we were talking about absolute start within Atomy and how you can start your business well. And keep always in mind, if you're new in Atomy, right? So use this information, how you can like step forward faster, right? President Park and Gill always talks about speed, the speed of action, the speed of events taking place, right? And the thing is, we are all in control of the speed of our lives, right? And like I mean, I can shamefully say it for myself as well. I mean, I'm not 100% every single day, right? But every time, every day, I want to be at 100%. So every day I need to motivate myself, generate the energy so that I'm hyped up, like for this workshop, for training, for everything, right? So that you need to have that energy to go through life. And Atomy is really the perfect place for this. All right. So I think, yeah, it's been a very, very good session today. So I hope you guys receive value out of the session.